Hey, what's up, everybody? Are you tired of feeling awkward and unsure in social situations? Do self-doubt and imposter syndrome keep holding you back? In this podcast episode, we will dive deeper than ever before into the journey of overcoming social anxiety and building unshakable confidence. We've been speaking on this topic for the last couple podcasts. With powerful insights and advice, you'll learn practical strategies to project confidence like a pro. Stop allowing social anxiety to hold you back from experiencing greater opportunities and success in various aspects of life. Discover how to enhance your social skills, own your place in social interactions, and achieve personal and professional greatness. Are you struggling with social skills, emotional intelligence, communication, strategic thinking, or success habits while pursuing the dream of quitting your day job to run a successful online business? Welcome to the Life Sculptor Blueprint, the show tailored for determined and resourceful individuals who aspire to enhance their life skills, fire their boss, and succeed in building their online business empire. Okay, we're back. Quick fact, studies consistently show a strong positive correlation between individuals with strong social skills and emotional intelligence and their ability to successfully achieve their goals and build healthy, intimate relationships. The key problem this podcast episode is trying to solve is that we want to help individuals overcome social anxiety, self-doubt, and imposter syndrome to project confidence effectively in social interactions and personal and professional settings. By providing practical strategies and techniques for building and maintaining confidence, this episode aims to empower listeners to transform their social experiences and achieve greater success in various aspects of their lives. Today, we're talking about projecting confidence without being disingenuous or overcompensating. Confidence is the magic that attracts people to you and opens doors in every aspect of life, from making friends to scoring that dream opportunity. But let's face it, building and maintaining confidence can sometimes feel like you're trying to tame a dragon with a feather duster. So first, let's review what imposter syndrome is. Have you ever landed an awesome success and then heard a little voice in your head whispering, "You really don't deserve this"? Well, that's imposter syndrome, my friend. It's the sneaky feeling that you're not as skilled, talented, or good looking as other people might think you are. Everyone deals with it to a greater or a lesser degree. No one is immune. But here's the kicker. You don't need to feel confident in order to project confidence. It sounds like magic, right? Just understand that the key audience here is not you. The key audience is others around you. And are you able to reassure them that you are capable and that you are trustworthy in any situation so that they believe in your confidence, even if you necessarily do not believe in your confidence? This is what we refer to as projecting confidence. Projecting confidence involves using your posture, your tone, and your attitude to exude confidence outwardly. This in turn helps your body and mind align with that projected confidence. It's very closely related to the concept of facial feedback theory. If you can project it, then you can line up with it and become the thing that you are projecting. Let me share how I stumbled upon this game-changing trick. As I've often admitted, I was born an extremely shy introvert. Naturally, I carried myself in an awkward posture, betraying how self-conscious I really felt. I learned how to project confidence by choosing to practice carrying myself the way I wanted others to see me. You can learn more about my story in episode 6 of this podcast series. The key takeaway that I would like to discuss is that by changing your outlook on yourself, you can definitely change how others perceive you and open new doors of opportunity. The only caveat here is that as you think differently about yourself, you must be sure to make decisions differently and to act differently, or else your projection of confidence is actually just delusional and not actually making you a better version of yourself. Also, please note, I am not talking about overcompensating for a lack of confidence to the degree that you must become a jerk to people around you. You do not get to slip into a controlling, tough guy persona in order to overcompensate and bully people into believing that you are more competent than you really are. I always love to invite listeners to share their experiences with me. I have a story by a man named Derek that I'd like to share. He sent this in earlier. Let's direct our attention to Derek.
I've never been one to shy away from hard work, but there was a time when no amount of effort seemed to pay off. It was not that long ago in the grand scheme of things that I was struggling. I had a fair resume and a good work ethic, yet I couldn't land a job. Month after month, I sent out applications and went to interviews, but nothing stuck. My savings were dwindling and the stress was starting to get to me. One evening over coffee with a friend, I vented my frustrations. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I said, I have the qualifications, but every interview ends the same way. They always pick someone else. My friend listened patiently, then asked, Derek, have you ever heard of projecting confidence? I looked at him skeptically. Projecting confidence? What do you mean? It's about presenting yourself in a way that commands trust and respect, he explained. Even if you don't feel confident, you can project it through your body language, tone, and attitude. It can make a huge difference in how people perceive you. I wasn't entirely convinced. It sounds like faking it, I said. I get it, he replied. But think of it as a tool to help you tap into your potential. It's about aligning your external behavior with the confident person you want to be. After a long pause, I sighed. All right, I'll give it a try. What do I have to lose? Over the next week, I practiced several techniques to project confidence. I worked on maintaining good eye contact, so I was standing tall with my shoulders back and speaking slowly and clearly. I visualized myself as a confident and capable person, mentally rehearsing the success I wanted to achieve. The day of my next interview, I was nervous but determined. I walked into the room with my head held high, greeted the interviewers with a firm handshake and a warm smile, and answered their questions with clarity and conviction. For the first time in months, I felt in control. A few days later, I got the call. Derek, we'd like to offer you the job. I couldn't believe it. They said I seemed confident and poised, like I knew exactly what I was doing. Starting that job felt like a fresh start. I threw myself into the work with renewed energy and focus. My colleagues noticed my positive attitude and strong work ethic, and I quickly gained a reputation as a reliable and capable team member. 3 months into the role, my manager called me into her office. Derek, she said, we've been really impressed with your performance. You're not only meeting but exceeding our expectations. We'd like to offer you a promotion. I was overjoyed. In just a few months, I'd gone from struggling to find a job to earning a promotion. The experience showed me the power of confidence and the importance of believing in myself. Now, with my newfound confidence and financial stability, I began exploring other interests and opportunities. I had always been passionate about fitness and fashion, and I saw potential in the booming world of social media and online businesses. Inspired by the success stories I had read about, I decided to start my own TikTok store selling fitness apparel and accessories. At first, it was a side project, something I worked on during weekends and evenings. I created engaging content for my TikTok account, showcasing my products and sharing fitness tips. My charismatic personality and authentic approach quickly attracted a following, and sales started to pick up. As my online store grew, I faced a difficult decision. I loved my job, but my entrepreneurial venture was demanding more of my time and energy. After much deliberation, I decided to take another leap of faith. I quit my job to focus on my TikTok store full time. It wasn't an easy decision, but I was confident in my abilities and determined to succeed. I poured my heart and soul into my business, constantly innovating and finding new ways to engage my audience. My hard work paid off, and within a year, my TikTok store became a thriving business. Today, I use my platform to motivate others, sharing tips on confidence, entrepreneurship, and personal growth. My business continues to grow, and I'm happier and more fulfilled than ever before. Looking back, I often think about that pivotal moment when I decided to give projecting confidence a try. It seemed like such a small step at the time, but it led to a series of transformative experiences that changed my life. If I can do it, anyone can do it. By choosing to believe in ourselves and projecting confidence, we can overcome our feelings of inadequacy and achieve our dreams.
Now that is one amazing and encouraging story for anyone who hears it. If you'd like any additional resources and tools, they're available on my website, posg.life. I also offer my book, How to Talk to Anyone, Social Skills Made Easy. And I have a guided journal called the Daily Confidence Building Exercises Guided Journal, which provides 50 days of daily affirmations and confidence building exercises to help you line up with what you are projecting to the world. Please go to posg.life if you'd like to find the links. Okay, so projecting confidence is about a couple of external factors. First, body language is so important in projecting confidence, especially during first impressions. What people see at the very beginning is how they will frame you going forward. Communication style and techniques are also very important and contribute to projecting confidence. Heather Monahan points out in an article on Very Well Mind that clarity and communication are really important right now, given the uncertainty in our world. People look to those who can lead people. They look to others for clarity. People want to be with those who have certainty. So just keep that in your mind as you project confidence to the world. You are there to provide certainty and sanity and clarity to a group of people who are really hungry to find that in the world around them. All right, so how do we project confidence? What are techniques that can actually make or break your projection? Here are some actionable tips for projecting confidence. First of all, make good eye contact. Look directly into the other person's eyes and glance away occasionally. We don't want to make this feel like a staring contest. We don't want to make it awkward and make the other person feel that they're just stuck in your gaze. But look them directly in the eye and let them know they are important and you are locked in on what they have to say. Another tactic, keep your chin up. So you hold your head up high and avoid slouching. It shows that you are present as well as confident. And by holding your chin up, you get to show off some of those sharper facial features that people will remember as strong and capable. Lean forward, signaling your interest and engagement in a conversation. By leaning slightly forward, people feel valued and they begin to share more than with those who lean backwards, who fold their arms, or who otherwise appear either on guard or less interested. Another tactic, be sure to avoid putting your hands in your pockets. Keep your hands relaxed or use them to express yourself. If you're like me and you talk with your hands a lot, then use that to your advantage. Just don't put your hands into your pockets or sit on your hands. That once again shows that you're guarded or that you're hiding something. Don't fidget. Practice being still. Go by yourself and try to manage nervous energy in silence so that when you show up for a conversation publicly, you'll have that practice under your belt. Always give a firm handshake. Show strength and assertiveness with a confident handshake, but don't try to break the other person's hand or show off how powerful you are. You're basically communicating through that firm squeeze that it is truly a pleasure for you to connect with the other person. There is a difference. So when people are trying to overcompensate with a firm handshake by showing off how tough they are, they're making the introduction all about themselves. But when you give a firm handshake, which is to squeeze and encourage the other person that you see them, that you appreciate them, now you're making the conversation about them. And that kind of behavior will be remembered and rewarded in the future. Here's another tactic. Mirror the body language of other people. So you'll create rapport by subtly replicating another person's gestures and postures. Now, don't copy them or they might feel like you're mocking them. But at the same time, hey, if someone is kind of standing just a little contrapposto with maybe one leg kind of hanging off to the side and maybe they've got a hand on their hip, then you should very subtly begin to shift into a relaxed posture of similar status. Then they begin to sense, well, they're comfortable and you're comfortable. And that's where conversation begins to really take off and trust is really built. But if you're reflecting some posture that is completely out of alignment with their posture, then they're going to sense that there's a wall between the two of you. And they may not understand why that wall exists. And it'll just make them uncomfortable and perhaps not even remember you or like you going forward. Here's another tactic. Be sure that you speak slowly and clearly. When we're nervous, we tend to speed up our conversation, but I really want to encourage you, slow down your speech. And this makes you appear knowledgeable and it positions your confidence so that you show the other person, I don't feel rushed when I'm around you. I feel confident to just be myself. That will catch their attention. Here's another tactic. Loosen up your jaw and your shoulders. Relax your muscles. When you relax yourself, you project that you are relaxed, and relaxed equals confident in people's minds. Utilize assertive language. Express your thoughts, express your needs, express your boundaries directly and respectfully. Try not to use, wishy-washy terms like maybe or perhaps or we'll see or I will try my best. Those are half committed and they do not show confidence in any way. So rather than saying, I'll try my best, just say, I will get it done and I will advise you as to my progress as I go. Know and uphold your values. It's really bad if you have a position and then as you hear the other person's position, you shift out of a desire to come into some alignment with their desire. It just reflects that you're not confident in your own values at all. So be sure that you use your beliefs and your values as a touchstone for authentic confidence. There's no need to shift your position when you know who you are and what you believe. That's not to say you can't find common ground with another person. Of course you can find common ground, meet in the middle. But by all means, please do not change who you are or your values that you uphold simply because you're nervous and you want to project a confidence. Really what you're doing is you're projecting that you are not confident with who you are and what you believe. Own your expertise. Embrace the knowledge and the skills that you have learned assertively. Let people know that you are confident in what you know. It's okay if you're not confident in things you have very little knowledge of. In fact, if you have little knowledge, it's better to be confident in the fact that you're okay to admit that, but then own what you do know and offer value in those things. Finally, last tactic. Accept compliments. So many times we like to just turn down a compliment. It's an act of humility. Maybe we don't even agree with what they're saying. We feel ashamed or embarrassed, or maybe, we just want to project that we're not prideful. But really, if we can't accept a compliment, we are reflecting back to the other person that they're wrong. And people can't understand when they're being told they are wrong, when they truly feel they have observed something of significance. So reflect a positive self-image by graciously accepting a compliment, maybe offer one back to the other person and move on. All right, we're coming to the end of our discussion. We talked about imposter syndrome, that everyone deals with it to a lesser or a greater degree. We talked about how we project confidence through our posture, our tone, and our attitude. It encompasses all three areas working together to convey confidence to others. And we ended with practical techniques for building and maintaining confidence before others. I encourage you to practice these steps and embrace the journey. Please subscribe, leave a review, follow the podcast on whatever platform you're listening to right now, and check out the additional resources on my website, posg.life. I invite you to send in your questions or any topics you'd like to see covered in future episodes. My email is always open and I always respond. Also, lastly, check out my book, How to Talk to Anyone, Social Skills Made Easy, and the accompanying companion guided journal, Daily Confidence Building Exercises. I'll put the links in the description for you. Thanks for listening, everyone. I love whenever you have a contribution, so please reach out. I'd like to close with this quote by Christian Larson. Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle. Let's get out there and project some confidence, everyone.